What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? Today we're going to take a little break from Rush. I know, disappointing. But we're going to look at a really cool solo that I've actually played in my first band over 10 years ago now. And it's Just What I Needed by the Cars. Elliot Eastman, great guitarist. Met him once at a charity event here in Los Angeles a couple years ago. But we're going to take a look at this awesome solo. So I'm going to stop talking and let's jump right in. All right, so we're going to jump in here and start looking at the solo for Just What I Needed by the Cars. So this solo is rooted around the E major pentatonic. So we all know E minor pentatonic up in this position here. Well, if you move it down a step and a half, now you have E major. Okay, so that's where we're rooted, up in that position, which is also C sharp minor pentatonic. So we're going to start here on the G string on the 11th fret, and we're going to do these bends. So it's going to go like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then, so that's bend up on the 11th and then down to the 9th. So it's going to look like this. Give it a little bit of vibrato on that 9th fret, not the 9th note in a scale. And then we're going to go down to the 11th fret of the D string. And this is a little tricky if you're a beginner player because these strings are a little thicker and you're bending it down, or at least I'm bending it down. He might have bended it up. I'm not super familiar with the Cars as I am with Rush. But the way I'm playing it is like this. Okay, so far we've got this. So you're going to do a whole step bend down 11th fret of the D string. And it's important when you resolve that note that you don't pick it, you just let it go back up. So it's going to be as opposed to, hear the difference there? So, and then it's a pick and then a hammer on from 10 to 11. So this is what we've got so far. Oops. And then a little bit of vibrato there on that C note on the D string. Okay. Now this next part is pretty cool. Little tricky for some reason, the phrasing, it tripped me up a few times. It's not hard to play, but just remembering the phrasing. So it's going to look like this. Okay, so I like to do a little bit of a slide up there when you're coming off the... Okay, so you're going to slide up on the A string, now on the 11th fret of the A string, and then you're going to pick the... So you're going to slide up on the A string, 11th fret, and then pick the 9th fret of the D string twice. And then you're going to go on the D string, you're going to go 9 to 11, and then to the 9th fret on the G string. So altogether, it's this so far. Okay, so we got... So you're going to slide up from the 11th fret on the D string to the 11th fret of the G string. So it's going to look like this all together so far. Okay, and then all you're going to do here, last part of this phrase, is take this index finger on the 11th fret of G and slide it down to 9. So like this. So all together nice and slow. And a little vibrato on that last note. Okay, so this is what we got so far. Nice and slow. Okay. Now the next part of the solo is going to start up here on the 12th fret of the B string. You're going to give it this full step bend. And then give it a little vibrato. So you're going to bend all the way up, then release it down, and then pick the 10th fret of the B, and then back to 12th fret of the B. And then bend it all the way back up again. So we got this. And give that a little bit of vibrato, but don't let the pitch go down too far. You don't want to go down to... That didn't sound right, so... Just like that. Okay? So we got so far. Okay? So we're going to do this little phrase here, 12th fret on B. Okay? So coming out of this phrase, then we're going to start up here, fully bent, and release it. Okay? And then do another step. Okay, so we've got... And then back to 11th fret on G. Hold that. And then back to 11th fret on D. 10. And then bend out the 11th fret of B. So all these parts kind of come and go. It's just like he uses that, and then he goes through this phrase, then he comes back to that one, then he comes back to that phrase. So we've got this so far. Okay, and then we got this phrase here. Okay. Okay. So let's do that all together. And then the last phrase of this section is going to be starting here, 11th fret of the B, bent up a whole step, and you're going to release it, and you're going to release it, and then pick 9th fret of B, okay? And then we're going to end with this kind of typical little blues phrase. It's going to start here, 11th fret of G, whole step bend, and then you're going to use I use my pinky, I guess you could use your ring finger. So we're going to do a whole step bend on G at 11th fret. And then you're going to want to kind of release it, but mute it. So, like that, right? And then you're going to pull off from 12 to 9 on B, and then you're going to pull off from 11 to 9 on G. So it's going to look like this. Okay? And give a little vibrato on that B string on the 9th fret. Now this very last phrase is probably the coolest part of the solo. It can be a little tricky if you're a beginner, but essentially what we're playing here is sixths. That's a tricky one. Sixths. So that's music theory knowledge. Don't worry about that if you don't know exactly what that means. But what we're going to do is we're going to slide up on the 9th fret here, and each time you play a certain shape, you're going to have one finger on the G string and one finger on the E string at the same time. And the way I play this is I pick with my pick on the G string, and then I use my middle finger to pick the E string. So it's going to look like this. Okay? So you're going to start here with your middle finger on the 9th fret of G, and your ring finger on the 9th fret of E. And you're going to slide up from the 7th fret, so it's going to look like this. See what I did there? I slide in with my middle finger. Then I use I slide in with my middle finger, then I use my finger here to pick on the E string. I'm not doing... This is just how I play it. You can use your pick for both, but I prefer to use the pick and the fingers. Slide it up a whole step. Each time you're sliding, you're removing your finger on the E string. Okay, then you're going to slide up another whole step. And this time, instead of it being right underneath here, you're going to go index finger on the 12th fret of the E string. Okay, so we've got... And then it goes a little faster here. It's going to go chromatically. And that last one's kind of staccato. Okay, so we got... And we'll slide down. We'll slide down there. Okay? Let's play through the whole solo slow, and then we'll play through it at tempo. Okay, now at tempo. All right, thank you so much for hanging with me today. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. It's a really fun solo. It's a great exercise too for just pentatonic practice and sixths. It's a fun word, sixths. Try saying that 10 times fast. So stay tuned for some more videos. Like I said, we got some Def Leppard stuff coming. We're gonna do a lot more Rush, probably some Bon Jovi. We're gonna do some acoustic songs. So tell me in the comments section below what you wanna hear. What do you wanna learn? And maybe I'll get to it. Have a great day.